you see the familiar grin and charcoal gray suit of Asceline Wrought. And one step behind him, a familiar woman with blue skin, detailed braids, and a similar professional, but not as extravagant grin. Archer, a pleasure to see you again, says Auditor Dermot.
Can I close the door?
Nothing's stopping you.
Auditor Dermot.
I just put a hand on Tobi. Looked. Did everyone hear that?
No.
I would assume it's a small room.
Put away the blood. Asceline's here. Someone hide. Just hide.
Okay.
Hide.
Whatever.
I open. I go and open the door once the scurrying has stopped. Hi, Asceline. How are you?
A little tired. It was not a brief trip to Idolic.
Oh, I can imagine now. It's pretty far from Sunburst Falls.
It is. How are you?
Doing
it's good
fine.
to see you again.
Good seeing you.
My favorite foreman. I wondered if you have a moment to speak to Auditor Dermot and I.
Right now?
We have come a long way. We could do it in 10 minutes. If you need a moment.
Yeah.
I was not trying to catch you off guard, but it took a little bit of research to find where you were staying.
It's totally fair. No, I get it. It would be hard to find me all the way out here. Yeah.
Idolic is a much bigger city than Sunburst Falls.
Yeah.
I don't come here often for that reason.
Well, I'm just gonna put a shirt on and then I'll meet you.
Absolutely. We'll be downstairs. And as he turns, Auditor Dermot locks eyes with you and turns. They walk away.
Close the door. So Asceline Wrought is here.
Yeah.
Right.
And Auditor Dermot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've been found.
Do they know why we're here, do you think?
No, and frankly, I'm not happy that they know we're here, so...
I believe Celestar and Rebecca are in the other room.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Someone should maybe warn/hide Celestar and Rebecca.
Yeah,
It's my room. I'll go.
Okay.
I'll let you
And Faena
guys
walks out.
handle everything while I go talk to them and maybe leave. You guys should probably leave.
Yeah.
Leave. I don't think you should go alone.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I know. Tobi and I didn't sign affidavits for the not, and so technically we didn't do anything against Pullman and Rot, so we could go with you, and then the other people could run away.
Well, technically, I did sign an affidavit.
Yeah.
Sorry, not
I did.
affidavit. The testimonials. That's what I meant.
I did not.
Yes, we didn't sign testimonials.
I think I'll have Faedan come with me just because I don't want you to get more involved into all of this. I don't know what this conversation is going to be about. I might just get fired. That might be what this conversation is.
If we can keep Celestar hidden and we can keep everyone else away from the situation, you and I can talk our way out of this.
Okay.
I think they don't necessarily know why we're here, and we could.
Faena's gone.
Right.
Faena's already out of here.
But we if everyone else could stay hidden is my point. We could.
I mean, they've already
Figure it
seen
out.
us.
Yeah, they saw us.
Sure, but if you're gone, you're gone. You know what I mean? Like, even
think-
if they saw you.
I think they only saw Tobi and I was just
Archer
blocking.
takes up most of the doorway.
Yeah. So
It's possible. You don't know who else they saw.
they might be
They
suspicious.
didn't. They also know who Tobi is and didn't even acknowledge her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you two go. We'll stay here.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, yeah, we'll sit here. We'll make sure that the room's fine.
Clean up the blood.
Yeah. Make sure that Celestar.
Faena's already got Celestar, I think. I don't want to go towards the room and make any more attention towards... I don't want anyone to see us walking towards there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
This is our room anyway, right? We were staying here. Great.
Outside. Faena, you head down the hall, and as you walk out, there's no sign of either of them. You guys are on the next landing up. They're down. You can assume that they went downstairs to the lobby, but yeah, they're like, it's not like they were waiting around to see who pops out. They're out of the hall, and you easily like plunk over to your room, walk in, and there's Celestar just kind of like chilling on the bed, and Rebecca. Actually, as soon as you hear. And you like push the door open, and Rebecca's like, you hear Rebecca's voice going, what? And she like scoots you hear sliding of a chair, like, okay, come in.
Celestar, Rebecca, we need to go. Rebecca,
Where are we going?
do you have an apartment?
Do I have an apartment? Yes, I do, of course.
We need to stay at your apartment.
Is there danger?
Yes.
Understood.
We need to pack up everything and leave.
Excellent. And you see, she immediately like walks up to Celestar, grabs his beard, which has just been on the side table, puts it on him as he's like, wait, what's happening? And like pulls out a pair of thick glasses and puts them on him. Pulls an old folded like newsboy cap and puts it over him.
Okay,
He's
Uncle
like,
Moby, we've done this before.
It's like, right, yeah, right.
Right. I am going to walk you to your apartment.
Right.
That's here.
Let's go.
I was confused.
He gets
Hard
up.
candy in his mouth. Just
Celestar stands up, and immediately Rebecca's like got a hand, like an arm over him, and just like helping him walk. He's like, I can walk. She's like, no, you can't. Just like, helping him like.
Uncle Moby, you're very elderly, remember?
Right. It's like, and Rebecca's like, very good. Follow me. We shall go. There is a fire escape. We shall take that.
For an elderly person?
Where's the danger?
Fair enough.
I assume they're watching us, so we are going to go after that. It's either that or the window, but that seems more suspicious for an elderly person. Mm-hmm. Fire escape it is. And she will lead you down the other end of the hallway, away from the lobby, where you see there's just like a wooden door that is just relatively nondescript, and walks and leads you down and out it.
Okay, so I'm putting on a shirt. Like, I already had an undershirt, but I'm putting like another shirt
Got it.
to make it look better, and a coat because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go.
yeah, but they don't. Okay, so here's my thinking. Okay, they don't know that we brought Celestar here. They probably suspect that we did, but they don't know for a fact because they didn't see him. They don't know where he is. So, what do we say?
I think we need to be very careful with our words and not give away anything that is, I guess that's like, don't offer more information that's asked of us. So we tell them that we came up here to learn about my father's disease, see if I could find a cure. You're with me because you've had a strange medical history with
the disease,
the poisoning. And Tobi was here because we can't control Tobi. If it comes up, we're not going to mention it.
But like you were sick, so even though they don't know that you're not sick anymore.
I don't think they knew Tobi was sick.
They didn't. They couldn't
Well,
tell.
Dakota knew.
Right. And I was here also looking for Dakota's illness and a cure for him and all that jazz.
It's all blood poisoning.
Yes.
Research party.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Got it.
And then they more or likely could call us on that bullshit if like those affidavits somehow got out. I don't know how much information is already known yet.
Yeah.
So if they're like, hey, these witnesses are now testifying to something, and at that point the jig is up. There's nothing else to say.
Right. So let them ask the questions. Short answers.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for research of our blood poisoning situations, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Downstairs, as you descend the wooden steps.
As soon as those two leave, I'm gonna turn to Tobi and go, "We're following them, right?"
Duh.
Okay. I think you broke bad.
DM gears went. You guys walk down these steps into the lobby where there are just a couple like leather kind of like I was gonna say fainting couches, but effectively like kind of like a divan, not comfy enough to sit in long term, but like nice enough to be like, oh, this is comfy while I'm waiting. And you see Asceline and Dermot are already sitting there just waiting for you, and when you come down, they immediately both stand up. And Auditor Dermot like clocks Faedan, and says nothing, just a pleasant smile on her face as Asceline walks right back up and greets you and says, I didn't realize that you were joining us, Faedan.
Yep.
Who's watching The Last Wish?
Oh, it's close. I'm on a sabbatical.
Ah.
Yeah, it's closed down for.
I was going to say vacation, but that feels like pretenses. Would you like to join us? We could do this here, but frankly, that's not the most private place for a conversation. There is and he again turns to you, goes, bar down the street, if you would prefer. That is has a rather comfortable booth and is not very loud or public.
Oh, I actually know a bar we could probably go to.
Perfect. Is it close?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Lead the way.
Okay. Well, actually, first I'm going to say, what bar were you thinking? Maybe we're thinking of the same bar.
Oh, there's one down the street called the Wolf's Grin,
Okay.
which I like just because of the name.
It's a good name.
But if you have a preferred one, we can go there instead. It's
Yeah,
not-
there's another one I want to go to. So I will take him to a different bar. That's not that one.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
A specific one in mind, or just one that you've been to in the last week?
What's that one we went to earlier? Was that close by? The with the Dryad woman?
Oh, with the Arbor.
The Arbor, yes.
Yes. Yeah, you can pop over that one wasn't too far away.
Okay.
And as you walk out, you watch, as soon as you are walking out, Auditor Dermot pulls a beautiful coat from Coat Check, where that is like fur trimmed, buttons up to like a high collar that like gives her the look of like having a lion's mane. And you see, like, as she just looking, you notice that it not only does it have like, it's like a gold coat that contrasts with her like blue skin. It does have a very like not just reminiscent of a lion's mane, look like it's supposed to look like that, because it also has kind of like a tail embroidered into the back of the coat. And Asceline grabs nothing, just in his charcoal suit, walks out.
Okay, flex.
But follows you to the bar, and you guys are able to find a booth as you're heading that direction. It's not too far, and the minimal small talk on the way. I would love a deception, or sorry, I would love a stealth check if you guys are intending to follow them to the bar.
Yes.
I don't think either of us are going to be that stealthy.
I don't know myself, and I don't think it's great.
We'll see.
Which of these is the stealthiest die?
10.
10?
Yes.
Okay.
17.
Oh!
17 on the die?
On the die.
Sorry, 17 on the die?
That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
It was 17 though.
Can I also just make a perception check, not for them, but
Okay.
for any other people following us, like enforcers?
Yes,
Anyone
absolutely.
in general?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Nice.
I love that. Natural one?
You're really worried about your job.
Yes, okay. Bane, just small talk, or are you keeping an eye out for things too?
Oh, it was not so much like I need a perception check. I definitely perceived that Auditor Dermot looks like royalty right now. Just can't stop thinking about
Noted.
it. So,
Got it. Archer, no one seems to jump out at you in the crowd. keeping an eye out. Like, your attention is rather on Auditor Dermot and Asceline, and Faedan's keeping an eye on Auditor Dermot in case anything sketchy happens. He's really keeping an eye on that.
That's all I'm doing.
Wonderful.
Okay.
As for you two, ask about how far back are you?
Maybe like 20 feet.
I'd say we're it's less of a distance and more of a okay, never mind this building.
Got it. Pulling the cartoon character stealth.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Ascelin's attention from that you guys can see. Ascelin's attention is entirely on Archer and Faedan and maintaining pleasantries as we walk through this snowy and crowded city. Whereas Auditor Dermot's attention seems to be on everything else around you guys. Hard to tell if she's clocked you or not.
Great.
That's a good pastry place over there. That's another good pastry place.
Keeping an eye on the local goods.
Yeah, I like to, sample, check places out. It's my first time being a tourist, so like
Entirely fair.
I want to try the food mostly.
I would too if this had been my first time in Idolic. I've been here and I'm not a fan.
You don't have any good places to recommend?
I have plenty of good places I can recommend since you are here. I would not travel to the city for any of them.
Okay.
None of them compare to the quiet comforts of Sunburst Falls. And as you guys arrive and find a booth, on your stealth check, you guys can, I'm going to assume, find a similar booth. And again, everything's pretty crowded. This is not a quiet part of town. And so it's easy to, as long as River keeps their head down,
I got a hat.
yeah, exactly. Kind of
I'm like,
weasel your way through.
can I try to steal a hat? Or borrow?
If you would like to, from what?
A random
person?
Well,
My
okay,
dude.
so in the bar, is there a hat laying around?
In the bar.
Hat rack or something?
Yeah, like,
Or someone just set it off to a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. You can give me a sleight of hand check.
cute. 14.
14's. Do you add anything to it?
It was 13 plus 1.
Great. In that case, yeah. With a 14, you can easily like scoot through the crowd, see someone had like clearly like a warm weather hat that they just like set on another like on a stool next to them at the bar, and as you're walking by, you're just like, as you keep walking and like in order
Cover
to
the horns.
yeah. You guys. Here's the thing. Neither of you look like a normal townsperson.
Yeah.
You are wearing a neck to ankle red leather coat, have a shock of white hair and ram's horns, and you
I'm
are 7'6" and wearing a lovely green hat with an enormous sunflower embroidered into it. However, it's a big city, it's a big crowd, and so there's lots of people dressed a lot of different ways. So although you guys are recognizable in a big crowd, maybe someone's like, oh, and like, oh, cool coat, and then moves on because they've all got their own business to do. This would not fly in Sunburst Falls. At the booth, you two take a seat. Auditor Dermot and Asceline Wrought take a seat at the booth next to you, and quickly, without even waiting, Asceline orders a round of whiskeys for everyone. Which come quickly. And Asceline turns, again, kind of like, Asceline is very good at keeping his attention on you while talking to Archer. He makes sure that everyone knows that he is talking to everyone and is attentive to everyone and no one feels left out. As he looks back and forth and turns to Archer and goes, I want to say that over the years, Archer, that you have worked for me, I have been constantly impressed by the work you have done and how you look after your community and at the same time balance the needs of the company and the needs of the factory, which is something that we have been in short supply of. That sort of dedication to both the town, the workers, the work, and making sure that everyone is getting what they need. And that is a tricky balance to maintain. And and in light of the loss of the factory, it seems that those talents would go to waste without a factory in which to use them. In the wake of the loss of the factory and the tragedy that occurred afterwards, I want to express to you Pullman and Wrough's gratitude for the initiative you have taken in ensuring that what needs to be done is done. Kairos should be arriving tomorrow for the trial. And I want to express, on behalf of the company, how impressed we are by you taking the time and the energy at the risk of your own safety to get Celestar reborn here. And he turns, and Auditor Dermot takes a very delicate sip of her whiskey. Goes, Mr. Rhondo, are you familiar with the Wallace-Pat Sisterhood?
Am I?
History check. For this, being from Sunburst Falls, we're going to say that the DC is 14.
Okay.
And what
What
did
did she
what
say?
was it without the accent?
Yeah.
The Wallace-Pat Sisterhood.
Okay.
Willis Pot Sister.
That's like a 6.
A 6. This is unfamiliar to you.
Oh no, I'm not familiar with.
There are... the Pullman and Wrought Company is a wide-spanning organization. We have facilities in Defet Koralai, in Jondu, in Oe, in Grubashlik, nearly every country on Dauramond that the sun touches. And some that they don't. Because of this, there are certain instances that slip through the cracks and require a certain amount of initiative in order to address. And the Wallace-Pat Sisterhood is a smaller organization, independent of Pullman and Wrought, but under the employ of Pullman and Wrought, that addresses these concerns when the company is not able to, when there are safety issues for the workers, when there are legal matters that are preventing the company from moving forward and need negotiating, and when there are internal affairs that need to be addressed without bringing in oversight from organizations like the Hollow Chapel. They ensure the well-being and safety of the people within the company. And after seeing what initiative you have established and taken to see justice for Sherman Scrivener, the Wallace-Pat Sisterhood would like to offer you an invitation to join. And she pulls out a contract.
Oh, what the fuck?
And slides it over to you.
That's a prop.
That's a nice book.
That's crazy.
beautiful.
You can read it out loud.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
I, henceforth referred to as member, agrees to enter into the concordant of the Wallace-Pat Sisterhood, henceforth referred to as the Sisterhood, under the sovereignty of the Pullman and Wrought Company, henceforth referred to as a company. Under this contract and service to the Sisterhood, the following duties are expected of the member. The member will investigate problems and concerns associated with the safety and benefit of the company, both internal and external to the company. The member will maintain confidentiality in regards to the privacy and internal workings of the Sisterhood, the company, and the associates of the company to whom the Sisterhood reports. The member in all actions act in the best interests of the company and its reputation, and take no actions to misrepresent the company or damage its public image. The member will serve both the Sisterhood and the company to the best of the member's ability unless the interests of the respective parties contradict, in which case the member will defer to the priority of the company. This is like half of it, so there's like more.
Oh God. It's a contract.
It is a contract.
The member will communicate with the utmost transparency to their respective superiors within the sisterhood and the company, withholding no information. As compensation for these responsibilities, the member will receive the following. The member will receive a salary per fortnight of 2 notes. The member will have full access to all company facilities, including but not limited to housing, medical, and manufacturing, insofar as to not contradict or inhibit the work of the company. Access to housing, medical facilities will be extended to members' immediate family within the limit of 1 generation from the family themselves. The member will receive the complete kit of tools allocated to the member for use in their service to the company. All benefits due to the member are subject to escalation or diminishment per review or merit-based scale. Wow.
And Auditor Dermot, with her attention on you, says, "We are very impressed by the work you have done. Not only in the last years that you have worked for the company, from in the mines to the factory itself as foreman, but also the work you have taken without anyone asking you to. It would be truly a shame for that level of initiative to go to waste. And we want you to understand that the company values you, as is evidenced by this opportunity."
Is that what you're a part of? You're a part of the sisterhood.
No, I am an auditor,
Okay.
but I work with the sisterhood very much.
And you guys know about the anathracite poisoning.
That is a different matter. That is a medical.
Is it?
I mean, it is unrelated to the sisterhood.
Oh, no.
What is your
Not the sisterhood.
question?
Pullman and Rot.
Anathracite poisoning is not unique to our company.
No.
Okay.
But when you say that you are concerned and worried about their well-being, you do realize that that includes people in his family that have suffered from anathracite poisoning that was given to them by the company, working for the company.
I understand what you are asking. Yes.
Okay.
Enlisted under the benefits received by the member are access to all medical facilities under the Pullman and Rot umbrella. Anathracite poisoning is not something that the company finds
Problematic?
the opposite. It is a problem.
Ah, okay.
We are investigating it. However, we have not found a cure yet, as no one else has either. This is a specific problem to those who work with anathracite. Not just Pullman and Rot, but every company in Devyat Korali is suffering under the same issues, and it is under investigation. And we do not have the resources to provide the extensive medical care to everyone in Godfell when we do not have access to those facilities outside of Jondu, etc. However, members of the Sisterhood do a significantly more necessary service to the company and are provided with travel to reach those facilities at the expense of the company for both themselves and their family. And I do want to clarify, while we do not have a cure, we are working on it.
Okay.
It is not taken for granted by any means.
By you or...
By myself, by Mr. Rott,
Okay.
or by the company. It is something that we are working for.
Okay.
That is quite an offer.
You do not have to answer now. We are going to be in town for a few days. There is a trial tomorrow. You have time to think about it, but perhaps in 2 days' time.
Okay, 2 days is my... Okay.
You can think about it. We do know that this is not And this is not an easy agreement, perhaps, because you are from Sunburst Falls and have spent your whole life there. And we do understand that this would require a significant amount of travel. However, it will also provide you with a significant amount of both security and resources that can go back to your family and your community in Sunburst Falls.
That is true. There is a lot we could use.
Asceline speaks up. And also, just for your own personal note that might be worth paying attention to, members of the Sisterhood get their concerns addressed and answered by superiors within the company that do not just live in Sunburst Falls. Knowing how important it is that you take an active role, I thought that might be of particular interest to you.
You do know how I like to get involved. Is there somewhere I could find either of you two if I have more questions?
Absolutely. We will be staying at P&W Housing. So if you would like to find us at the barracks, that's where we will be.
Okay. That is good to know. Archer just is in his head right now, staring at the paper. He's been thrown off twice already in the past hour of just the appearance of Asceline and now this. So he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I could, yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure River and Tobi in the next booth over are just trying not to scream. We're just like
I don't. Give me a perception check, both of you, because this is a crowded bar.
Oh, okay. Natural 19.
Ooh.
Hey.
Slay.
My
Are
perception
those the new
is
dice?
really high.
16.
Yeah, it is the new dice.
16?
Yeah, unnatural.
Okay, I'm gonna say those are high enough that you guys can pick up on what's going on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say from across the bar you were just seeing paper go back and forth, but that's high enough that you can pick up glimpses, kind of see what the paper relatively looks like, etc., etc., etc. So, Asceline and Auditor Dermot do kind of at that the small talks are over. And they're we feel free to find us at any point in the next 2 days, or I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. And we will be happy to continue this conversation, and we will look forward to your answer shortly after.
Can I make a insight check?
Absolutely. What are you trying to ascertain?
I feel like so they are trying to shut me up with this promise of benefits and money, but I am wondering if there is any malicious intent behind this to give me the a role to scrutinize others, but also to just get me out of the way, not in terms of this trial, because that's going to happen anyways, but for something else.
10, 15, 20. Roll, and you'll get more information the better you roll.
Get a different die. Just...
Yeah. I mean, that's a natural 3, so.
Plus?
I believe I add a 2 to that, so it's just a 5.
Well, 5's a start.
7.
Okay. Oh, that's...
Damn.
Yeah.
That's better.
Plus 4 is not nothing. So even... Here's the thing. The gist, you know Asceline well enough to get enough of this gist. You beat them in this instance. You got Celestar here. And you've known Asceline long enough to know that he doesn't just cheat the system and kick people who like he's not frankly he's not Kairos Pullman. The vibe you're getting from them isn't dishonest. It's more like, how do we make the most use out of this, and so it's not necessarily the how do we get rid of him because he's becoming a problem, and it's more how do we it's a little more like, oh, we didn't take care of that tool and it broke and stabbed us. How do we take better maintenance of it in the future?
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe you're getting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of, we learned our lesson and you're clearly of value.
Great. Well, I appreciate the offer. Thank you so much for coming all this way just to putting in the effort to find me and offer this to me.
Well, it wasn't easy.
And in the back of my mind, I think, but they still figured it out. So, yeah, I'll think on it. I'll get back to you in 2 days.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
And he and Auditor Dermot Auditor Dermot puts the coat back on, all the way up to the collar, and they both head out.
It's a wonderful coat, by the way.
It's like, thank you. Mm-hmm. It is a family heirloom.
It's gorgeous. You look like royalty. Sorry.
Oh my
that's
I turn
sorry.
to River and I'm like, is he flirting? Yeah. What the hell?
Faedan, can you give me an insight check real quick?
Barditor Fermet for the win.
Oh my god.
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's still the same though. You make the comment about looking like royalty, and you watch as you see as Auditor Dermot returns the look, and you get the vibe that that's not uncommon for her. And she kind of nods politely, maintains eye contact a little longer than maybe you would have expected, and she and Asceline head out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy.
Across town.
Yep.
Across town and down 2 flights into the mountain. A door opens into a small apartment that is no wood, carved stone. And you and Celestar follow Rebecca into her apartment, which is a small little area. You can see a couple doors, like a hallway that looks like it leads off to probably a couple of rooms. There's a door that you can smell cooking, and so and hear like the clanging of pots and pans and things, and get the impression that someone is working in the kitchen. And Rebecca leads you both in, like, come in. You and Celestar walk in, and like see very clear immediately everything here is fabric. There are no chairs, but there are like hammock hanging seats. There's the rug is this like kind of like one of those like coiled rope embroidered type deals. As you walk in, the curtains are not just plain fabric; they're like woven tapestries. They're also mismatched. Like they bought 2 different tapestries and used them to make enough curtains. You also, as you the curtains, there's a glass pane that's just wall on the other side of the glass. But you can see there are candles at the bottom of the windowsill to give a little light on the outside of the glass, and plants that you recognize as like growing in kind of like caves and things. So it kind of it's kind of out giving the impression of outside, but a very like subterranean outside. And when Rebecca closes the door behind you, you see she pulls cables down and weaves them into the door in a way that you realize there's no lock. It's a mesh where if you were to try to open the door, it wouldn't you could open the door, not like a deadbolt would stop it. but in a way that looks almost sturdier. You could open the door about that far and be pushing against tension as these cables would hold the door in place.
You really like sewing here.
No, I can't sew to save my life.
The people of Hanwei.
Yes. Oh, weaving is our industry. That is our... Oh, of course.
I see that. And Faena will just touch kind of the curtains, inspecting the, like, stitches.
One of them is meticulous. And again, they're kind of half open enough that you can see that one has very pointedly, like, a kind of, like, weave work that looks like a little... It looks like... I said tapestry, and it is, but it looks kind of like a flag. Like one of... Like the bandit on the green diamond that represents Hazelshue. You want to roll a history check? Go for it.
How much again?
Ooh, that was good. Good job.
19.
I want to honor this. Okay, 19's really good. So I'm going to give you this. You have picked up context clues from your time in Idolic about some things going on in Hanwei. With a 19, here's what you would know. You would know from talking with, honestly, Torfiel and your mother, mostly, that the flag of Courier is represents the Eight-Eyed Queen. And you've picked up enough from your time in Idolic to understand that the politics of Hanwei are different. And what you're looking at is, and I'll add a little more detail on the flag because that's such a good role for history, that it looks like the design looks like a spider web made of interlocking forearms and hands, like gripping each other. Faena doesn't have enough history context to get more than that, but you are picking up on things just from being around town.
Gotcha. Faena's gonna just touch the stitchwork, studying it, and notice that there's someone in the kitchen. Go. You have a roommate?
Oh, yes.
Oh, do they know? Can we meet them?
Yes. You guys had just stepped in. Like, Jasmine! And there's a moment where like the door opens, or not the door, but like there's a moment where like the clattering in the kitchen stops, and you just hear, Rebecca? Are you home? It's like, yes, I opened the door and everything. It's like, and it, like a woman walks out, about Rebecca's age, maybe a little older. She's got her hair is chopped super short, and you can see little like spikes sticking out of her forehead. However, you also see that one of like the side of her face is covered in like a really vicious burn scar, and one of her ears is missing. And she like walks in and goes, she's like, oh, I didn't realize you have company. Hi.
I'm Faena Criminds. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Bell.
Nice to meet you, Jasmine. And this is Uncle Moby. He'll be staying with you for a day or two.
We're checking things out. We'll investigate. We don't know. Like, oh.
Uncle Moby is potentially looking for an apartment here, right, Rebecca?
Right. Yes, and she is looking for. They are looking for some place to stay. This is a chaperone, and I ran into them at work.
It's my granduncle.
Hard wink.
Yeah, Rebecca's like at work, and Jasmine goes, right, okay. Do I need to go somewhere?
What do you do?
I stay here.
You stay here. Do you do all the stitching and?
No, I just kind of like cook and like, keep the house neat. And Rebecca's like, no. She stays where it's safe.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So.
She doesn't like to go out.
Oh. All right.
You're cooking something? And Jasmine's like, oh yeah. Are you guys hungry?
Sure, we can. It's
Yeah, no, I made plenty.
great. Uncle Moby, do you want to have dinner with Rebecca
Right.
and Jasmine?
Sure, that sounds great. I'd love that. Yeah, and there's no table. But there are plenty of kind of these hammock chairs about, and so pretty soon Rebecca just kind of there's a bit of small talk, and Jasmine comes back out the kitchen with these large bowls that are just filled with some type of stewed greens. They're stringy. The texture is unpleasant.
Like seaweed?
More like string peas.
Green beans?
Oh no, string peas are they're so bad. They're so nasty. they're like a pea pod that you. It's like edamame, but you eat the whole thing.
Oh, like
Snap peas.
Yeah, snap
Like
peas.
snap peas, except maybe it's the same thing. Like growing up, we called them string peas because they were awful, and you would just end up with the fibrous
Yes.
strings in them that you can't
Yes.
bite through.
Potato.
Oh, okay, snap peas. Yeah, they're over stewed.
I love snap.
So you bite in and it's just mush. That yeah.
There's no meat in it, right?
There's no meat.
Faena.
It is vegetarian.
It reminds Faena a little bit of home.
Yeah, it is very much a vegetarian meal. It seems to have been stewed in a tea that gives it an interesting herbal flavor that's not awful, even if the texture is horrendous.
What is this broth that you put it in?
Oh, this is a green tea that Rebecca brought me from upstairs,
Oh.
and I thought it might make an interesting broth.
Oh, Rebecca, I see why you like food so much. Jasmine is wonderful at cooking.
Yes, she's very skilled. And you watch as Rebecca just.
You know, it's been interesting seeing. I'm from Sunburst Falls, so is Uncle Moby, and we've been seeing that there's been a lot of weaving and a lot of. We even noticed someone weaving magic in the air.
Oh, you met like a sorcerer.
Yeah, I think we met like a sorcerer or something like that. Do you know anything about that?
But like magic?
About weaving in the air that seems very tied to, what's going on with, the fabric and the curtains and the
that depends
locking
on-
the door system.
You don't have a lot of magic in Sunburst Falls, do you? It depends on who you talk to. Godfell, I've noticed, does not have a lot of sorcerers and wizards and whatnot. But Onway, it was a much bigger thing back before everything changed.
Before everything changed.
Yeah, you're not super familiar with what's going on underneath you, is there?
No.
Oh.
No, can you, and if it's too much, I can always...
No, it's fine.
I just don't...
I moved up here to avoid this problem. That's not true. I moved up here because I wanted to work and just for a change of pace and scenery, and the
Fair
food
enough.
is so good. But
The food is very good, so I understand.
yes. And give me an insight check real quick. I'm gonna give one for Celestar too. Yeah, 7. Okay, yeah. Rebecca is very clearly, you pick up, is very into food. You just you notice that Rebecca is very lightly eating the food, and Jasmine is aware of it. Not less like in a oh my feelings are hurt, more in a kind of like a I'm working on it kind of way. Celestar, on the other hand, you see, is just kind of eyes on Jasmine, and is just eating all of it, completely silently, just going to be polite, eat the whole food. But Rebecca's No. It's fine. It's look, the situation downstairs is unpleasant. There was a recent, and by recent I mean like, we have been around for hundreds and thousands of years down there, and the Eight-Eyed Queen was in charge for a long time. And I'm assuming you know the name Courier Sesesh.
Yeah, yes,
Not anymore.
What?
There was a revolution, and
Oh.
the queen is not in charge anymore. But her daughters are still fighting for control. So it's messy downstairs.
Oh, yes, that would be messy.
The people are currently in charge. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Okay, all right.
We have overthrown the monarchy. That was not good to us. And the people are in charge. But there's still a war going on because there are people loyal to the daughters, and there are people loyal to the web. And so we are trying. There's
The
a lot
web?
of the web.
So, I don't know what the web. Is that the hands thing on the?
Oh, is this the flag? That's the flag of Hanwei.
Oh, okay.
No, Hanwei Ianore is a different situation because we believe that government should be run by the people.
Oh, like a union.
Yes, like a country is a union. Yes,
A country. Is
that
a
sort of thing.
union.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are working to there's everyone dedicated to the web. Oh no, the web. No, the web is us, the people. The people are the web. The web is that is you believe in the dead god.
I attend the
demiurge.
Hollow Chapel. Yes.
Right. That's very Goldfell. Very mountain up on top. Downstairs, we believe that it's not so much one, no God. Everyone is connected. Every life is woven into other lives. This is the web. And so we dedicate our lives to the web. The web is the people. Anwei worships the web in that we worship each other and the people and our connections to each other. So if you hear me mention the web, I'm mentioning that I'm
people.
talking about us, the people.
Okay.
Not some queen in the center of her little throne.
And her daughters
And our daughters
fighting over power.
who are fighting the web. No, that's unfair, because the queen still worships the web, but she was in power, and we think that the people should be in power.
The web should be in power.
The people. There's a clarifying.
Oh.
The people versus the web. The web is a religious belief system, whereas, and like what we believe in as spiritualism, we don't actually refer to the people as the web. We refer to people as people.
Right.
But the web is more of like a spiritual tapestry that is made up of everyone, interlacing and weaving together their lives.
Right. Right.
It's the foundation, but it's not like I wouldn't call it idolic. The web, I'd call it idolic.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are people.
That's people are people. That's right. And you can see Faena's just a little bit like confused, like just too many things have gotten crossed in your brain, just too new.
If you start like as you, Jasmine's like, I follow the Hollow Chapel. I'm with you.
Oh. Okay. Then you're not from Hanwei.
I'm from Godfell.
Where?
I'm from a little town. If you follow the blackened vein up to the far northwest, there was a little town just called Sugar Ball.
Oh.
Sugar Ball is not around anymore.
The Black and Greens?
No. Why? No.
Well,
In Godfell?
have you not heard?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry to be the one to break this to you. They blew up the factory in Sunburst Falls. That's part of the reason that I'm here.
And you see you can see panic in her face.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
And Faena's gonna just put like a hand on her and be like, "Are you okay?"
She flinches when you touch her. And Rebecca immediately is like, no, it's going to be fine. It's fine. Don't worry. What Sunburst in town in Sunburst Falls? It's very far from here. It's like a week away at best on the train. It's very far.
It's very, very far.
Very far. And Jasmine's just, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna get some. Do you want some more? And Celestar is like, yes, please. I'd love some more. And she like grabs the bowl and you see like just like putting herself to work to calm down as she heads into the kitchen. She's like,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Jasmine's very. She was burned in. The mine exploded.
The mine exploded.
The mine in Sugar Ball exploded.
How does that happen?
And anthracite's very flammable.
Oh, okay.
And yes, and she was not even in the mine.
Excuse me?
The town is gone. There were only a handful of people who survived. That is why she will be fine. She just needs to keep her hands busy. She'll be okay. It'll distract her, but that's. I will talk to her. I did not know. I didn't really realize the black and greens were an issue.
Well, they just came for a minute and they stole my bucket and then they blew the factory, and that's really all
They
that happened.
stole your bucket?
Well, I was in my grandmother's garden, and Faena's gonna nervously now start telling
Give
the
the whole
story.
spiel.
The bucket gang.
Salazar also is listening to you going. As you guys roll through all of that. Post, what's going on over here?
I mean, as soon as
They've left.
we
right?
watch them
they're gone.
fully
Oh yeah,
leave,
Asceline Wrought and Dermot walked out, leaving you guys with the contract to discuss.
We ran to that.
we were like
Immediately.
there.
Yeah.
Somebody like, what's that?
Yeah. So we're just,
Are you holding the contract?
yeah. So I'm.
We
took
should
it.
try and take it.
Yeah, we took it.
Oh, I would not allow that.
We're just gonna.
Yeah, sleight of hand, please.
It's not
Isn't it
sleight of
just-
hand. It is an attack roll to grab something from someone
I'm
else.
gonna grab it.
Kirk, you can make a opposed deck save.
Both Tobi and I are trying to grab
Yeah,
it.
I just wanted to be made aware that River might not even be able to read this.
Hey,
And still
I am just practicing.
Also true.
I got a 6.
A 6.
Wait. You said attack?
It is
Never
an
mind,
attack
no.
roll with. I mean, honestly, it could be strength or dexterity. You could try to rip it out of his hands.
I don't know what my strength or dex is, but I got a 16 on the die.
Oh my god. Let me double check that one. Kirk's double checking his roll.
7.
7? I don't. Okay, thanks. I don't have to look it up. River goes to, as like you were holding. Are you holding it?
Yeah, I was holding it.
River immediately snatches it out of your hand and just like eyeballing it.
And then I take it from River so I can read it.
No, I'm gonna come with you. Like if this is
Yeah.
gonna be like
Okay.
What the hell? What are you two doing here?
Okay.
following you.
Yeah, duh. Making sure that you guys are safe. Yeah, you're welcome.
Also being nosy.
You didn't do anything.
Did you see where they went?
They left.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That way.
Just checking. That's all. So this is clearly witness intimidation.
Yeah.
100%.
Wait, no, it.
Yeah, they're
And
threat.
then I like.
It's a threat.
Yeah.
It's a threat.
We're both reading it. I might be taking a lot longer, but I can read now.
But then I point out like that you can help your father.
Yeah.
Like, there's.
I thought we didn't like the company. I thought that the whole point was to get away from the company.
I give it back to you.
The part where it says you will fall if the interests differ, it'll fall back on the company. That's
Yeah.
the part.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Well,
Explain it.
if you read it, you'd understand.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, word.
The member will serve both the Sisterhood and the company, and the Sisterhood is, I guess, the one I would be working with,
Right.
and the company is Faena Wrought, to the best of my ability, unless the interests of the respective parties contradict, in which case my the priority is then referred to the company. So if the Sisterhood and Faena Wrought want two different things, I would have to still go with Faena Wrought.
Why? This is to what? Protect people? Why do you have to?
I
They're
think
like-
it's to protect the company, not to. It sounds like they're trying to tell you it's to protect people, but it's actually just to protect the company.
I mean, it is. This is another tactic that the company would use, which is to say we formed a group that is outside our like kind of semi-control to then look at us and keep us in check. It's a whole thing with politics and bureaucracy, but the problem still falls that the sisterhood still works for the company, and everything I learn I can't withhold anything from them, and the other part, I have to take no actions to misrepresent the company or damage its public image.
Oh.
Which means if you sign this before, you can't.
I can't testify. But they
But
seemed.
they said 2 days, right?
They gave me 2 days.
And the trial's tomorrow.
right.
So-
And this
Sign it tomorrow.
is a question for
Not
Ben.
tomorrow, the next day.
How long do trials last in this world?
Oh, let's say it's gonna take a day.
Okay.
If you testify, will they still let you sign it?
It seems like that's the case, because Asceline and Otter Dermot, I think they understood that we won, that we essentially played the game better, or at least survived longer, and are now would rather use my abilities or my willful fortitude to for their side after this.
Right. Well, let's just make sure that that Pullman's like in jail before you
But
just
also,
sign it.
we're looking at all the stuff that sounds kind of bad, right?
Yeah.
But what about... I don't know a lot about your family, but you really seem to love them a lot. And I'm pretty sure if I'd had a family and then someone told me that they could take care of them, that would be pretty important.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
the trick, isn't it? That's the whole
That
thing.
is.
That's
Yeah.
how they're trying to get you to sign this.
But also you get to travel and see a bunch of places.
Yeah, Sunburst Falls is my
Yeah, but
that's my hometown.
you have traveled already, and isn't it fun? Aren't you having a blast?
Yeah.
Listen, what would sell this is not the traveling; it's the other stuff. But the traveling is interesting. I have so many questions, and some of them I need to. Oh God, I wish Dakota was here. I need to know more about the sisterhood, because if there is actionable work I could do through them, that's why I joined. That's why I became a foreman in the first place, was to work within.
What kind of actionable work is it? Is it just going around like pretty coat lady and talking to people and making them sign stuff they don't want to? Or
I don't know.
is it
Could be.
running in like a hero and saving the day?
Probably not that one.
Oh.
I mean, it seems all just like paperwork. Like I feel like I'd probably go places and maybe investigate disturbances between coworkers, or maybe one of the foremans at another factory is harassing another worker, and for some reason that can't be. I feel like it'd be some of those things, but it might be some.
Your whole
bigger-
job is going to be that guy on the train that was writing all the time.
Oh my god.
Wasn't that already what you did?
No, I did stuff.
I mean, every time I saw you, you were at a desk writing stuff.
Okay, but I also did stuff on the floor sometimes.
Sometimes.
What, like
Listen,
sweeping?
when you, one of the benefits of becoming a foreman is you don't have to do things with your hands.
Oh, yeah, it must be nice.
I worked in the mines. I'm sorry. I put in my work and my due. I pay my dues.
Yeah, did you see his blood? It was full of stuff like mine.
Sure.
Oh, I should have asked them what was happening with the factory too.
Well,
You know
they're
where they
still
are.
going to be here.
Yeah, it's another question I could ask.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask them later. You can ask them after the trial.
No, they've put together this team to make it look like they're doing something to keep themselves in check, but you can't keep yourself in check. That's the whole point, especially when you're a company like this.
Is there a... It's a contract.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you break it?
I need a...
Because if you start to disagree, start to go, no, this isn't good,
Yeah.
can you just go, Bye. I'm gonna leave now.
All members of benefits due to member are subject to escalation or diminishment per review on a merit-based scale. So
they'll take away your health care and for your family, and
I'm gonna also jump in just for some clarity. That is yes. If you fuck up, they can take it away from you. However, and in theory, yes. However, also the other side of that is it is milestone leveling.
what?
yeah,
It's a pyramid scheme.
No. It's if you do a good job, you get more stuff.
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
talk
kidding.
after, but I know what this is.
I don't.
What?
I need to talk to more people. I gotta ask
But
more questions.
Isn't the most important people you need to talk to your wife, who's not here?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but there's no wait. I wonder if I could pay for a sending spell.
Maybe if they really want you to get this job, they'll help you get stuff so that you can talk to her. And
How'd you become so good at negotiating?
your guess is as good as mine.
That's a good point.
Also, I talk to Faena a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do
Oh.
it.
Faena's probably okay right now. I
Oh yeah,
think.
we should
Yeah.
go check the hotel room.
Yeah.
Is she still there?
I mean, she said she was going to go get.
Oh yeah, check,
Yeah,
check on
so, yeah.
Celestar,
Yeah.
You're right.
She was really quick to just run in there. Right? Is there
I-
something
it's-
going on with them? Also, is there something going on with
With-
you and Auditor Dermot? Why are you flirting with her like
yeah,
that?
what was that?
I
Bartender
admire her.
Ferment.
I admire her. She seems like a strong person,
And she's pretty.
she's not difficult on the eyes. We would say.
Also, are you okay? Because I noticed you getting heated, and I wasn't gonna stop you because I think a lot of that needed to be said. But are you all right? What do you think?
Everything about this makes me think that they want to cover something up. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just like they did with the anthracite poisoning, just like they are sweeping it under. Like, we don't have any solutions for it. There's no way that they don't have some sort of preventative measure or something. They're not doing anything to shift their industry away from this poisonous thing. They're not doing anything.
How many people are in this bar?
Oh, like 40. It's a very crowded bar. Like
Okay.
it's sorry, I'll rephrase that. It is a busy bar.
Okay.
Like there's no one's overhearing you guys, so it's gonna matter. In theory. But yeah.
So I'm okay. I'm okay. I just got a little directly personal, for a moment. So
Let's go back to the hotel
Okay.
and then figure out. I didn't realize the trial was tomorrow.
Yeah, it came up
Snuck
on
up
us.
on us,
Yeah.
Yeah. Days
I didn't
are-
when he said Kairos is coming in tomorrow. I was like, whoa.
I want to move hotels. They
Yeah.
know where we are. I don't
I-
like that.
kind of agree.
Yeah, no,
with
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
we should do that.
I mean, we can go back to the hotel that I was staying at.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
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 They found us too.
Which is crazy.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure there was a way. I'm not the most sneakiest person. I've
Anytime
never,
I don't
never
actually-
done this before.
It's not.
Let's
yeah.
not stay in a hotel.
Where would we stay?
I don't. We'll figure it out. But
Well, first we gotta go find Faena.
yeah.
Yeah,
and
let's go
Celestar.
check on them, and then also
They're
isn't-
safe with Rebecca, I'm sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree. I
Rebecca
agree.
has things handled. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going back to the hotel.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that are you deliberately pulling another train incident where Celstar's missing? Or okay.
I don't think Faena learned.
Because Rebecca would have done something unless
Oh, left
you
a note?
Yes.
Really?
Rebecca's good at her job, trust me.
Faena left in a flurry and didn't mean to pull another train incident.
Okay.
But if Faena's just gone, it's not the,
Okay. That's why I'm checking in with you as a player what your intention was.
Faena's stuff is still there, Celstar's stuff is not.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You guys head back towards the Heron. Back at Rebecca's apartment, Jasmine has calmed down. she's washing dishes. A little time has passed, and you guys, things have gotten a little calmer, and everyone now has tea. Which you watch, Rebecca doesn't even touch it. She has pulled out, Rebecca, has a cup of tea, but instead has gone and reached into a cupboard and has pulled out a bottle of some type of liquor and is drinking that instead.
Faena would actually go in to help Jasmine wash dishes.
Okay. She's like, you don't have to do that. I've got it.
No, it's fine. I feel badly about earlier, and you've made us all this lovely food, and it's showing hospitality.
Good food. I understand that. I'm working on it.
Well, do you want to be a cook?
No, but
But you want
Rebecca
to.
lets me stay here, and
And you want to be useful.
Yeah,
I understand.
I can't get a job. I don't want to be upstairs. I don't want to be up top. I don't like it. I don't like it. So if I'm allowed to stay here, I'm gonna, I want to at least make it pull my part.
I understand. I feel that on more levels than you know.
I haven't broken a plate yet. Doing all right.
Well, there's always something to be done at home. But there's also a really big, although scary, big, beautiful world.
Yeah.
I mean, take it from a girl who spent most of her days in a cabin, sewing for her mother.
Oh, you sew?
I sew.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was interested in, all the tapestry and the stitches and
Right.
the man sewing in the air with magic and everything like that. I had no idea you could do so much with sewing.
Yeah, we had a. I was gonna say Courier, and I'm not supposed to say that.
Honwithy.
Honwithy, yeah. We had a Honwithy mage who lived in town.
Oh.
Yeah, helped with mine and everything.
Oh.
So they did crazy stuff. Do you know?
So you kind of know magic.
No.
Magic adjacent.
Yeah, it was weird. He did macrame.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was you would just see him do rolling knots in his fingers, and then that you could watch The Rock do the same. It was insane.
wild.
I only saw it a couple times, but yeah, he could manipulate the mind.
That's wild. See, wouldn't it be cool to do something like that?
Yeah, why are you gonna become a rock mage?
I don't know.
Going in the mines?
I don't know.
Tying supports in it was
no,
cool. It was when he did it was cool.
I would never work for P&W.
Yeah, that's.
But sewing magic seems interesting. I've learned all my stitches. I'm really good at it, so I bet I could learn some other magic stitches.
How are you with felting?
Felting? I don't know if we've done felting, but I can learn.
If you're looking for someone to talk to, there's a hat maker named Oddly Crin.
Odd?
Oddly.
Oddly. A-U?
O-T-T-I-L-I-E.
O-T-T. I?
She's from Hanway.
Crim?
Crin. Z-R-I-N.
Sorry,
Crinolin.
not Crimmins, but Crim.
Oh, right. Is
Right.
that your... Oh, right, you said that. Yeah.
Crimmins, yeah.
No, they're... If you picked up on the naming convention,
No.
they're all named after Frederick. It's really funny. It's such a part of their culture.
I had no idea.
My name's Belle. I don't play an instrument, but all of their names, not all of them. There's a few that aren't. There's obviously exceptions, but it's a thing.
What's Rebecca's?
Rebecca's last name is Loom.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Rebecca didn't introduce himself like that to me.
Well, she doesn't go around just blurting out her full name because she thinks it's secretive.
Oh.
She's so good at her job.
She's very good
She
at
is
her
very
job.
good at her
You
job. That
know-
wasn't a diss. It was just very.
No,
she takes
she's
it very seriously.
she's very professional. She made sure that we were here all safely. Utterly grin. I'll have to keep that in mind.
She's
Felting,
well, she's a hat maker, so there's a lot of felt work.
but uses magic with felt.
I don't know how it works. I was
News to me.
yeah, I was a waitress before this.
Well, this is better than being a. Well, I was going to say slave for your mother, but you know.
I'm
know.
just assuming that was a personal thing.
That was a. Don't mind me.
Got it. Yep.
Working for your mother since you were 14.
I mean, I worked for my parents. We had a little hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a little inn. So, yeah.
Maybe you can run an inn one day. With, you. Look, I'm not trying to push. I'm not trying to pry.
Yeah.
But it's lovely. And I never realized that you could maybe get the outside from the inside. Do you know what I mean? The candles in the window.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't like leaving the house, but it is very underground. And so, it helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps just, a little fresh air.
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
never thought of that, you know?
Kind of a little blend. God fell in Conway. It's like the woods, but several stories down under the ground.
Hey, the woods exist above ground and underground too. Root systems talk to each other. Trees talk to each other through root systems.
Really?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, root systems, that's how trees communicate. Really, the forest is underground. The communication of the forest,
Okay. That's kind of
So-
cool.
you know.
Yeah. That actually does make me feel a little better because it's a lot of rocks down here. And I do kind of miss the trees.
Well, trees are talking. You just have to listen. And Faena will get another cup of tea. It's lovely tea, by the way. She just goes and sits down.
Thank you. She's
That was so cute.
Yeah, Faena made a friend.
That is so sweet.
Make it purposeful. Pull another train incident.
Yeah, you guys head back to the hotel, and you see, when you arrive to check, you do see in the wake of Asceline Wrought and Dermot arriving, it looks like Faena, Rebecca, and Celestar. I mean, you see what was described. Celestar's stuff has been packed up and grabbed, while Faena's stuff is still there. So,
Maybe they went on a walk.
I'm glad they're gone. I think it's safer for them to not be where they know where we are.
Toby's pacing. Silently pacing.
Okay, but do we wait for them to come back? Do we try to find them? It's a big city.
I mean, as long as we don't spend the night here, we could wait.
But then, what if they come back to try and find us, and then they can't find where we are?
We know similar people. We know the judge. We know familiar places. So at the very least, I'm sure they'll know where to find us.
Yeah, because Faena's great at navigating a city.
They have Rebecca.
Oh, right.
Rebecca's great. So.
Rebecca's stuff is there?
amazing.
Rebecca doesn't have anything here.
Rebecca had a chair. And she went
Yeah,
into the
Rebecca has been working. She has not been
Okay.
staying. Well, I mean, she's been staying to keep eyes on things. She hasn't been living at the hotel.
Okay.
We wait till it gets late, and if they haven't come back, then we go find a new place to stay.
Right.
Okay.
Drinks?
Drinks.
All right.
Okay.
I would want to leave a note for Faena to be like, "We'll be back if you come back before us." Because can I write now? I can
Give
write
me
now. I can read.
intelligence check. Hold on.
I'm just gonna keep doing this.
I know. No, that's valid. we'll say that the DC is for to do this with having figured out the reading thing. The DC is 12 to get your own words down.
16.
16?
I can write.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
Just says we back soon.
It's Faena, but spelled wrong.
Tobi. Because I don't see any reason River would clock this as they write the note out. But you, what kind of? I just want to ask, what kind of handwriting are you expecting from River?
I'm expecting like the actually.
Do you grab the pencil like that?
No.
The Crayola jumbo crayon.
Honestly, yeah, like where it's like we back, but then like the K is like backwards.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
What, everyone's saying we back soon. What do you write?
It would be Faena, because since I couldn't remember Faena's name for a time, I'm now saying it every time that I can. Faena, going for a drink, be back soon. That's it.
Oh,
Yep.
It's precision.
Oh!
precision.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a person's hand moving. It looks like a machine, like a CNC machine writing out letters, which River doesn't have any reason to clock as weird, but you're like, what the fuck? And it looks like 90-degree angles on F, like perfectly written lines. Everything follows on a straight line. And then you guys head out of the bar, or head out to the bar.
Okay.
My suggestion was that we go to the Wolfgren or Wolfsgren. Which one
Oh,
was
so
it?
the Wolf's Grin.
Wolfsgren. Yeah.
Okay. It's asking around a little bit. It's not hard to find. Most places in a big city aren't hard to find if you just start asking people where to go.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's a couple streets over. And it is, as you go, you realize that it is, since all the buildings in Idolic kind of like a lot are in these tall buildings and shops and rooms and things all kind of stacked on each other. You do have to walk up to the 4th floor to get there. But as you go up, and then in that very, very Idolic way where like you're following a staircase, you're on the 4th floor, but you can see that you are on the like across the road is the 7th floor of the next building over because there's such a steep climb. As you guys walk into the Wolf's Grin, and it is a lavish bar. Asceline did say he knows good places to go. He just doesn't like coming to the city. And when you walk in, all the chairs are like lower than a normal place. Like they don't have tables. They don't have and bar stools. It's more like a lounge where they've got kind of like these like small but plush armchairs that don't take up a lot of space, and around these little coffee tables. There's like curtains and drapes and things that are all around. And as you guys walk in, there's a young woman, looks pointed ears. Her skin has like, it's purplish, like you're like, Hanwei, but you also see she's got kind of like a peach fuzz, like a furbolg. So there's some mixed ancestry in there as we walk in and she sees you. And it's like, good morning. No, I'm sorry. It's hi. It's been a long night. How many? Four?
Yeah.
4? Great. Do you show like do you want the bar area or do you want the show area?
What show is it? I like shows.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right this way, and she leads you guys out and into a different room that's like through a pair of curtains. As you walk in, you see a very it's nice, but you can see it was put together by people who didn't have a lot of resources. And did a really good job with to make it look very professional and very glamorous. And there's all these kind of like, again, these like benches and divans and low armchairs. It's all kind of like scattershot choices of like, oh, we got a chair here, we got a chair here. They don't match by any means, but it gives a very kind of like lounge, kind of like almost like a hookah lounge where everyone's just kind of low, and curtains and drapes, and this proscenium stage that only, thrust stage that is only about like 6-8 feet long, so it doesn't. The room's not that big, and you just as the lanterns are all. They're not automatic, so there's people manning them, like turning the oil lanterns down, so the room's starting to dim as you guys take your seats. And the young one's like, do you want anything to drink? Tea? Coffee?
Whiskey.
4 whiskeys. I will be right back. And she heads out.
I turn to Tobi and go, so what is a show? It sounded fun.
We're gonna watch people do things in a hopefully good way.
Also, they're gonna like come on and like tell us like cool stuff.
Stories,
Maybe.
jokes.
Yeah,
like stories.
Music begins. You can hear like a stringed instrument being plucked, and the curtain on the back of the stage parts, and you watch a hand just kind of like roll out. And that's where we're gonna end the session.